Welcome to V is for Victory, a podcast about how small businesses overcome big battles. I'm your host, Jill Miller of Vera Creative, a boutique marketing firm in the Chicagoland area where I'm also a part-time professor of an advertising course. Join me as I talk with entrepreneurs about the challenges they faced as well as their strategies for success. Hello, beautiful humans. Let's see. We are in episode 45 of V is for Victory. Today's conversation is so endearing. I spoke with Mark and his son, John, and they're the best in the sock business. So if you want to listen in on how you can be the best in your business, take a page out of their book. They've really got things figured out. And I think you will be pleasantly surprised by this episode. Before we roll on into it, I just want to remind you that if you get anything out of this episode, any value at all, to share it, like it, comment, leave a review. All those things are so super helpful and let me know that I should keep moving forward with the show. So without further ado, here is my conversation with Mark and John. Okay, everybody, welcome to V is for Victory. I am here with John and Mark of John's Crazy Socks. John and Mark, welcome to the show.
Thanks so much. I really appreciate it.
We're glad to be here, Jill. We're looking forward to this conversation.
Yeah, so am I. So take me back to the beginning of your story and tell me how you got into the sock business, or the crazy sock business, I should say.
Well, let's see. You go back a little more than 5 years ago to the fall of 2016, and our story starts in a small log cabin in the woods. No.
No.
It starts.
John says, no, it doesn't.
It starts in the suburbs of New York City, out on Long Island, in a town called Huntington. Okay. And where were you, John?
I'm in a Huntington High School. I'm going to be in my last year of school.
Okay.
John's finishing up school, and like everybody else, trying to figure out, what do I do next?
Yep.
And what were you looking at, buddy?
I look at job program in school. I don't have the option tonight.
He didn't see any options he liked. And
he didn't.
Here, you've got to know some things about John. So let's see. You are an entrepreneur?
Yes, I am.
You're a sock tycoon?
Yes.
You're a public speaker?
Yes.
You are a philanthropist?
Yes.
A dancer?
Yes.
An athlete?
Yes, and I am a boyfriend.
Oh, you're a boyfriend, very smooth.
Yes.
And you also happen to have Down syndrome.
Right.
So you're all these other things, and you have Down syndrome.
Yes.
Right? But this affects what John was seeing in terms of options once he left school. And unfortunately, this affects too many people in the United States and elsewhere. There
Right.
just aren't enough opportunities for people with differing abilities. But John here, you are a natural entrepreneur. Right?
Yes, I am.
You didn't see a job you wanted. What do you say?
I said I want to create one. I want to make one.
Yep.
I'll just make a job. And what did you tell me?
That's the best way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said I want to go into business with my dad and nice other stuff business together.
Now, Jill, I'm a very lucky man. I've got 3 sons, and this is one I could work with.
Yeah. The family business.
So, there we are. We know we want to start a business together. We got to figure out what that's going to be. And many of your listeners, if they're thinking of starting a business, they get different ideas. John, you had a lot of different ideas.
I did.
What was one of them?
One of them is a food truck. I come idea from the movie Chef, John Favreau.
Yep.
The movie about our father and son bonding a food truck.
So, Jill, there we are thinking, well, this could be great fun. We make a food truck, and we're thinking of what we could make and where we would put it. But we ran into a problem.
We can't cook.
Yeah, I was going to say, mac and cheese.
But then right before Thanksgiving, or the U.S. Thanksgiving in late November, John, you had your eureka moment.
I did. I want to sell crazy socks. Why socks? It's fun, it's colorful, it's creative. I'll always let me be me.
John had worn these crazy socks his whole life. We used to drive around looking for them.
Right.
So this is what we figured. If John loved those socks that much, surely other people would too.
Mm-hmm.
We could find our tribe. So at that point, we eschewed a traditional business plan and we went the lean startup route. We said, let's get something up and running and we'll see. We'll see how customers respond.
Yeah.
And you already had the name, right, John?
I did. I got my name to our website come out here.
So we built a website. We built it on the Shopify platform. Many of your listeners will be familiar with Shopify.
Yep.
We got a little bit of inventory, which was, a little fun. Their suppliers didn't want to sell to us because they kept saying, you have to show us that you have customers.
Mm.
But how can we get customers if we have no inventory?
Right. That old conundrum.
Yeah, right. So that took a little bit of cajoling and we were bootstrapping. So you got to make do with what you have. The only marketing we did was to set up a Facebook page, and I would take out my cell phone and we made videos. And who was in those videos?
I am. I talk about socks, more socks.
Right? And we noticed people started sharing those videos. And then we opened on what day, buddy?
We did Friday, December 9th, 2016.
And we didn't know what to expect. And we were very fortunate. We got what felt like a flood of orders. We got 42 orders on the first day. And most of them were local, which made sense, right? He's in high school. It's where we lived. We had temporary office space there. So what did we decide to do with those first orders?
Our home deliveries.
We were going to do home deliveries.
Oh, okay.
We got red boxes. We put the socks in the boxes, and we looked at it and said, this needs something else. So what else did we put in?
I dig in the arrow and 100 kisses.
We put in candy. We got bags of Hershey's Kisses and poured them into the boxes, loaded up the car, drove around, and you knocked on doors and delivered socks.
I did.
How the customers respond.
I love that socks and share on social media with I get a spread.
People were taking pictures with John.
Yeah.
Ordering again just to have John come back to their door. There were some nights we were out past 10 o'clock at night. John's
wow.
Just John with your socks. Don't. But by the end of that first month, really 2 weeks, we had shipped 452 orders.
Wow.
And we had $13,000 in revenue. And we knew at that point we could grow this business.
Wow.
You learn, and I'm speaking to your audience of entrepreneurs and folks maybe thinking about starting a business. You take action and you learn by doing.
Mm-hmm.
So we learned one,
people want to buy socks. 2, people want to buy socks from me.
They want to buy socks from John. They related to you, John. They liked the fact we had already pledged 5% of our earnings to the Special Olympics. They liked the fact that of the personal touch, the thank you note, and the candy. And you learn by doing. So we learned that this young man,
this is old man,
and this old man, we could sell socks.
Get old.
Yeah. So that's how we got started. That's a little more than 5 years ago. Today, how many different socks do we have?
We have 4,000 different socks.
No way.
That means John here owns the world's largest sock store.
That's awesome.
We've been able to create 34 jobs. 22 of those are held by people with differing abilities. We've raised over $500,000 for our charity partners like the Special Olympics, the National Down Syndrome Society, the Autism Society of America. And we've shipped over 380,000 packages to 88 different countries. But if we get an order today, between our office and our home, what are you doing?
Oh,
I'm still doing home deliveries.
Still doing those home deliveries.
that's so awesome. That's so special. So tell me about the designs then. John, did you start designing them yourself?
Some socks are the awareness and shiny socks. I decided I down to awareness socks at 321. That is down to awareness socks.
So when we started, we only sold other people's socks. Then we started creating our awareness socks, which celebrate causes and raise money for those causes.
Mm-hmm.
So John, here, you designed the first
I did.
Down syndrome awareness sock. But we have autism awareness socks and cerebral palsy, and we have our pet rescue socks and the pediatric cancer socks. And
now, do you partner with like 5Ks and races and stuff? Because I feel like that would be a
we sponsor some events, but a lot of it is, you buy the sock and 10% goes to that particular charity.
Yeah.
In addition to the 5% of our earnings that go to the Special Olympics. And why the Special Olympics?
I am a Special Olympic athlete.
Right, John's been a Special Olympic athlete for 21 years now. You started at 5.
I did.
And what's your sport, John?
I play basketball, track and field, soccer, and snowshoe.
That's awesome. That's really impressive. What is your favorite out of all of those?
Oh, my favorite one is a snowshoe.
It's
snowshoe.
Great fun to watch him and his teammates strap on those snowshoes and go running through the snow.
I did.
So do they do summer and winter Olympics then? Just like
Well, this Saturday
This Saturday is spring games.
the spring games.
And I am competing track and field.
So basketball is kind of fall through the spring. You do soccer in the fall and the spring, and track and field in the spring. And the snowshoe, he and his teammates start training in August.
Wow.
There are meets that take place in January and February.
Wow.
They train on a beach.
Oh, well, I guess that makes sense. Yeah. So what does sports teach you about business?
Sport teach experience. I learned from discipline. I had to be coached, had to be trained, and I learned field. I learned to get up, and I learned to get up, and I learned about sportsmanship.
We have a number of Special Olympic athletes working here.
Yes.
Okay.
We will tell you, without the Special Olympics, there'd be no John's Crazy Socks.
Yeah.
And I've long found that athletes provide a good hiring pool for almost any position.
I agree. Yep. There's
you learn teamwork.
Mm-hmm.
You learn discipline. You learn how to be coached. And as John said, you learn how to fail. You're going to fall down, but you get back up.
Yep.
You're able to work for a long-term goal. So we love the Special Olympics.
I love Special Olympics.
And here's a cool thing, Jill.
Yeah.
John, go ahead.
Can I tell you that?
Yeah.
It's very cool. I do pull and plunge. I do pull and plunge a year. I did that in 6-7 years.
You've been doing it for 7 years. That's not what I was going to mention.
Yeah.
So jumping in freezing water is a good thing to do for the
Yeah.
You're tough, John. I couldn't do that.
John has now donated over $100,000 to the Special Olympics, which is more than any Special Olympic athlete has ever donated.
Oh, wow.
And our customers make that happen. Our customers are part of that.
That is
Yeah.
wonderful.
That is so sweet. All right, so tell me about some of the things that you do now for marketing. You were pretty grassroots to begin with, but what are you able to do now that you have a bigger reach and a bigger platform?
Well, it starts with our overall strategy, which is drive our mission. That drives our brand. That drives our revenue. So our mission is very simple. What is it, Pat?
I spread happiness.
Spreading happiness. And everything we do is designed to spread happiness. What we've created is a slightly different type of business model. It's a social enterprise. We have both a social and a business mission, and they're indivisible. They feed off of each other.
Right.
So when it comes to marketing, it's sharing that mission with our customers and with the community and inviting them in to participate in part of it. So we talk about our 5 pillars: inspiration and hope.
And give it back. Find products you can love. Make it personal. And make it a great place to work.
Right, a great place to work.
Ah,
All of that rolls up in how we work with our customers. So you have to let people know what you're doing. So how do we do that? We do a lot of public events. We share a lot of content. We take all of our processes and turn that into content. So we're visible, and that leads to, and we've been very fortunate with a lot of media coverage. Local, but we've been on CBS Evening News, ABC Evening News, Good Morning America. We've been on Fox and Friends a dozen times, PBS. So that gets the word out and lets people know about us. We make use of social media, not all platforms. You can't be everywhere all the time.
yes, thank you. You're speaking my language.
Right? And our view there is to share and engage with people. So we don't beat you over the head, buy this, buy this.
Mm-hmm.
We share what's going on and invite you to engage. So we've built up, 240,000 followers on Facebook, 60,000 on Instagram. I think we're up to 80,000 on TikTok.
Right.
You like making those TikTok videos. and it's fun, right? It's sharing fun. It's showing what our colleagues can do. It's showing what we're up to. We do that through social media. We do an organic social media. We use our email list, and we're very protective about our email list, right? The business owners out there will know your email list is one of your most valuable assets.
I agree. Yep.
And people give us their email, they're trusting us to use it right. And it's very tempting, right? Again, the business owners in the audience know this. Every time you send out an email, you get a little bump in sales. So it's tempting to send a lot of emails.
Right.
There are some businesses, I get 3 or 4 emails a day.
Especially in the apparel industry, yeah. I would say that industry kind of, if any, abuses email marketing lists a lot.
Right?
Right.
So here are some things we do. One, we only send emails to people that want them. So you had to tell us you wanted it, and you have to be opening them. If you stop opening emails, we're going to stop sending them to you. We don't want to bother you.
Right.
So we pare that down. We send out 2 emails a week. One email will be a news, update on new products we have or something that's going on. But one email is an email from John. And it's not a sales email. It's just John give you an update. So, 2 weeks ago, it was about Mother's Day, and you were talking about your mom.
Yes, I do.
Last week was an unusual one because you usually talk about happy stuff and
right.
things you're doing. but he shared that he was going to his uncle's funeral. His uncle was a New York City firefighter who died from illnesses related to working on the 9/11
Oh yeah.
trial.
Oh, I hear about.
So, so what we're doing, we're not focused on transactions. We're focused on building relationships with our customers. So we do it through our email. But a key part of marketing, right? You got to have the goods. So you got to have our core business functions have to work. We've got to have a great website. The selection's got to be great. So 4,000 socks is better than anybody else. Products have to be great. We have over 29,000 five-star reviews.
Wow.
And the service has to be great. If we do same-day shipping, if an order comes in today, it is going out today.
Nice.
We do better shipping than Amazon. And Jeff Bezos over there at Amazon, he's not putting a thank you note and candy in his bag.
It sure isn't.
Right? So that, for us, it all comes down to spreading happiness. And how can we do that? And that has to be made manifest in everything we do. From the way we paint the walls in our office, we just moved into new, larger space, to the way we answer the phone. If you call here, you never get voicemail. A person is going to answer that call. And there's no scripts. We don't time anybody. It's going to be an actual human conversation. That's all marketing. It's all of a whole. Does that make sense to you?
Oh, absolutely. And these are kind of the things that I tell my clients too. And I was just emailing a client right before I jumped on this call, and we're fairly new to working together. And I just kind of said, any decision that comes your way regarding marketing, sales, customer service, advertising, please run it by me, because this is where I see clients go wrong the most, is they don't consult somebody and they kind of get sucked into, buy this, it'll automate your processes and make things so easier. Well, but does that take the human aspect out of it? And does that help build relationships, just like you were talking about? So it absolutely speaks to me and makes sense to me, and hopefully to my audience as well. The most successful business, I feel like, are not ran behind the scenes. They're out in the community. They're giving back. They're creating awareness. They come because, like you said, people want to buy socks from John. And there's a very delicate balance then between, making the company all about the business owner and still giving it that brand, that personality, and that personal touch. And that's kind of another thing I see clients struggle with. They think, oh, I have to be in front of the camera 24/7. People want me. But there's a little bit of a narcissistic feel that can come from that as well. You got to remember, this is about the customer at the end of the day, right?
Yes, it's how you're connecting with people. It can't just be a cult of personality.
Right.
But, at the same time, we've gone out and counted. There are exactly 1 gazillion sock companies out there. And if all we're doing is selling socks, what do you say? Oh, well, ours are better than yours. Well,
right.
Say that.
Yeah.
Ours don't smell like this. Or,
ours don't get lost in the dryer.
Right? There's no differentiation. But with us, the socks, at the end of the day, we're not really a sock store. The socks become the physical manifestation,
right, of the philanthropy. Yeah.
Right. And when you buy from us, picture this: you're a customer. You're going to get this package in the mail. On the outside, it's got John's smiling face, right? Because you're the logo.
Yeah.
That's why you can't change your hairstyle.
Right. I'm making a mohawk.
No mohawk.
Oh, no mohawk? Okay.
So you get John's smiling face on the outside. You open it up. You get your socks, and they're great socks. You get a handwritten thank you note from John. And on the flip side of that, you get the story of John's Crazy Socks and our Giving Back program. You get a package of candy. And on the packing slip, You see the picture and the name of the person who packed your order.
Yeah, I love that.
You're not just getting socks. You're getting an experience. You're getting a little package of happiness. And we know because our customers share that all the time. They're always taking pictures of their packages or doing unboxing videos and sharing and letting people know. And then we hear from people, just when I put the socks on, they make me feel so happy. Because they know not only are you getting great socks, but you're helping us hire people with different abilities. You're helping us give back. So now you're part of us and you're helping us spread happiness.
I love that. So talk to me about how the 80-20 rule plays into your business, because I think it plays into everybody's a little differently. And in the marketing world, I kind of come at the 80-20 rule of, 80% of your business comes from the top 20% of your customers. Do you feel that you get a lot of repeat business, or do you have to constantly be getting out in front of new people?
Well, I can tell you I've run other businesses and the 80-20 rule always applied.
Yeah.
It doesn't apply here. And I'll in two ways. One, if you look at our inventory, and we've had very smart people tell us you have too many SKUs. We signed an agreement with a strategic partner in the beginning of 2020 who gave us financial stability, but also manufacturing capability. When we started, we had about 2,000 SKUs. And their position was, oh, no. We have to be under 1,000 SKUs. But the 80-20 rule doesn't apply. It's much more like long trail searches. People, they want to personalize the purchases they make, the socks that they buy. So it's much more like 45% of our inventory accounts for 60% of our revenue.
Wow. Okay.
We do get a strong repurchase rate that customers come back. They're happy. We have those 29,000 five-star reviews.
Right.
We survey we're always looking for feedback. We survey our customers. You're familiar with the Net Promoter Score?
Yeah.
So our NPS is a 92. It's off the charts.
Yeah.
So yeah, we do get a high repurchase rate, and we look to take care of our customers. We'll do special offerings for VIP customers. Your audience members will know. You take that email list. You want to segment it so you can personalize things. Well, we do our own fulfillment. We run our own pick and pack warehouse, and we segment our fulfillment. If this is your first order, you get one package. If this is your fifth order, you're getting a very different package.
Okay.
Anything
Very neat.
we can do to personalize things, we will.
That is awesome. That's really smart. Now, this is stuff you all learned. Is this your first business, Mark, or have you been in business before?
Oh, come on now. I'm 63 years old. I have spent my entire life preparing for this. It is my first venture into retail. I've never been in the sock game before, though our partners now, they've been making socks for 60 years.
Yeah.
They make them for department stores and brand names. But, here's the way to think about it you learn a lot in school, but you're learning all the time. So I'll give you an example. When in a very different day and age, when I was a young man, I did a lot of hitchhiking. I hitchhiked cross country 3 times. I hitchhiked around Europe. So picture this, a car pulls over, a truck pulls over, you run to hop in that car. Well, you got to size up that driver. You got to figure out how you get along with that driver. And guess what? You're the entertainment. That ride might last 10 minutes or 10 hours. So you do that a few hundred times, and you're going to learn some things.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
When I was doing it, I wasn't saying, well, I'm going off on a learning experience. No, I would venture, and so at every step along the way, you learn things. And I'm always looking to steal good ideas. We're always looking at what other people are doing, and particularly in other industries where you see something innovative or really cool, and then you think, how could we bring that into our industry?
Yep, that's brilliant. And I think that's a lot of, I don't know if business owners can't see it or don't think it or don't understand it, but do you have a good example of that, of something you've seen and then you've been able to turn around and apply?
Sure, I'll give you an example from a different business.
Yeah.
So my wife was an attorney, and she had her own practice as she ran a personal injury law firm.
Mm.
Well, one of the common complaints you hear from clients is, I never hear from my lawyer. I don't know what's going on. So I came in and helped her, and one of the things we did was we grafted something from the consulting industry and brought it into her law firm. And that is by creating a series of deliverables. So, if you sign a consulting contract, you'll have this list of documents or products that you can produce. So we grafted that into her law firm, and everybody got a welcome package, and everybody got an investigative report, and everybody got a medical assessment document, and everybody got an assessment of their case, and you got a document that prepared you if you were going for a deposition, or a document that prepared you if you were going to court. So we had all these items that enabled us to steadily communicate with clients and stay in touch with them. And it was because we brought something from a different field into the legal business.
Yeah, that's really smart. That's really smart. So let's do some rapid fire questions here before I let you go.
You up for that, John?
Yeah.
A little rapid fire action?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, John, you've shipped to 88 countries. How many of those countries have you visited?
Oh,
Well, let's see. You've been to Canada,
I went to Canada,
Mexico,
Ireland.
I don't think you've been elsewhere. We've
More
done a
than
lot
me.
of virtual outreach to other places, but here's a fun one. We do a lot of public speaking, and the world is opening up again. So at the end of August, we're going to Fargo, North Dakota.
All right.
I'm incredibly excited about that because that will be the 48th state that I will have visited. I will have visited all of the 48 continental United States.
Fantastic.
I'm really excited about that.
That's great. Do you have a favorite place you like to speak at?
A favorite place to speak? I don't know. We've been so fortunate. We've spoken 5,000 people at a Microsoft conference or 3,000 people at an Ernst & Young conference. You like that?
I really like two parts.
Which ones?
One EY.
You like the EY one? Okay.
And Microsoft.
You like the Microsoft one because you were in Vegas.
But
you like them all. You get up on stage, you dance, you sparkle, you shine.
Yeah.
You're a showman.
I won Microsoft in Vegas, one EY in California.
You like that one out in Palm Springs? Yeah, you like it all, don't you, pal?
I do.
John, what kind of music do you like?
Music. Oh, my favorite music is Shaka from Jonas Brothers.
You like Jonas Brothers? Every time you get asked that question, you have a different answer.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. Well, and you should tell Jill, what do you do every Tuesday afternoon?
Oh. I hold a dance party every Tuesday at 3 p.m.
A dance
John
party?
hosts an online dance party every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Right? If we have a mission to spread happiness, what better way to do that than holding a dance party?
Right.
You like that, don't you, pal?
I do.
That's great, listeners. After you listen to this podcast, because it will be Tuesday when it comes out, be sure to find John online and join his dance party. I love that.
It's very cool. Well, this comes back a bit to you. You got to know who you are and what you're about. And when we say we're about spreading happiness, we're pretty serious about that.
Yeah.
And during the pandemic, things are shut down. People are isolated. What could we do? The first thing, you got to take care of people's health, make sure everybody's safe. Second, what could we adapt? So we host school tours. We've had several thousand students come through here now over 5 years.
Oh,
We
cool.
moved those online. The speaking engagements moved online. But that's when we created the online dance party.
Right.
We created our Facebook Live show that we do every Thursday night. What's that called?
The Spread Happiness Show.
The Spreading
Spread
Happiness
Happiness Show. Mm-hmm.
And that has now led us to doing our own podcast. Like I said, it's not useful like yours is, Jill. Helping people. We spend 30 minutes of bantering, telling jokes,
Right.
telling some stories, sharing good news, giving an update on John's love life.
Yes.
Yes.
Just to spread a little happiness, make people smile.
John, do you have a joke for me today?
You got a joke off the top of your head?
Yes, I do.
Go ahead.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Who's there?
Cheese.
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 Knock the cheese.
No.
I love
What you
nacho
gotta
cheese.
You got to stick to your day job.
You got to stick to Dan. So what's next for John's Crazy Socks?
Well, there's a lot of things. As John would say, we're just getting started. One of our themes for our strategic plan this year was do less to do more. Make sure we don't go chasing after every shiny ball.
Mm-hmm.
So we're working to grow our direct-to-consumer business. We are growing our B2B business. So we make custom socks and gift packages, and we have a charity fundraising program. Third, we're going to be entering the wholesale channel. So by the fourth quarter, we will have our own line of socks and be selling into wholesale. Mm-hmm. We're already selling on Zappos. We have an agreement to sell on Macy's. Mm-hmm. And we'll be in 856 Kohl's stores come the fourth quarter.
Wow.
And then we have one fourth objective for the year is creating a program called JCS Champions. And what we will do is put people with differing abilities into their own business by giving them a business in a box. Mm. We're going to train them, help them develop a business plan. We'll give them a selling stand, and we'll give them inventory to start. We'll give them marketing materials. It's not a franchise. This will be their business. It'll be a micro business, so they can go and sell at farmers markets or craft fairs or flea markets, or maybe set up in a store in town. It's designed for those people who want to do something meaningful, but similar to what John faced. They didn't have good opportunities. Mm-hmm. And their families are asking, what's going to become of them? What will they do? And this will give them something to focus, will give them some revenue. If they keep it as a micro business, they can still collect benefits. But if they want to grow it and sell other things and do other things, they can go and do that too. So we're going to enroll the first 5 people in October. But over the next 5 years, we want to create 1,000 businesses across the U.S.
Wow, you guys, you're so ambitious. I absolutely love it. You're ambitious and you get it done.
We've been very fortunate, and it'll sound almost cliched, but the more we do for others, the better off we are.
Yeah. Yeah, that's really beautiful. I love your mission. Just everything about what you guys have done so far is just an incredible story, and it's no wonder why it goes viral and it's very successful. Just good job. I don't even know really like what to say. You probably haven't heard from other people, kind of like out of superlatives at this point in my head. The whole time we're talking, I'm just thinking amazing, awesome, great, wonderful. Oh, that's so smart. Smart is the word that just kept coming to my mind. Like, yes, you get it. You really truly get how to navigate the business world, and the business world that's always changing, and you have to be quick and flexible and adapt, and you do those things. And it's no wonder you're an athlete, John, because athletes learn all those things, and they apply those things, and they're usually very successful at what they do. So this has been such a great conversation. Why don't you tell listeners where they can follow you online and order the socks?
I'll go at johnscrazysocks.com.
johnscrazysocks.com, right? And you can go there, you'll get great socks. You can find our podcast link there. You can sign up for the dance party there.
Right.
You can find out about our charity fundraising program and our services for businesses there. We're on all the social media platforms, but mainly Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, though we're starting to grow our LinkedIn presence. Right? You can listen to our podcast. What's it called?
The Printing Happiness Podcast.
That's on all of the regular platforms. So there's lots of ways to be able to get in contact with us and see what we're up to, right, bud?
Yeah.
Well, John and Mark, thank you so much for your time. Most of all, thank you for spreading happiness. The world needs more of it, and I really appreciate you guys and wish you nothing but the best.
Well, thank you very much, Jill.
Thank you, Jill.
Thanks, guys.